I do like playing live. I like the intensity of that feeling of being completely open, because that's what, to me, what it takes. You have to stand up there and let go. And when you do that, you get in the flow, and the music comes, and it comes through you, and it comes out, and it's powerful. It's a really, really powerful feeling, but not in an ego way at all. It's more like it's almost a communal thing, because you sing with all of your body and your soul, and you put it out to these people, and the people give you back this incredible energy. And so it's this cyclical thing that really is a very almost like spiritual, ritualistic kind of thing. It's almost kind of primal, I think, and I feel very fortunate and to be able to be a part of that. I'm grateful. A way to live is a simple idea. It's just the idea that if we really look at each other, we realize we're pretty much all the same, and I mean as human beings. And I think that on a global scale, that kind of attitude would help. I mean, it's oversimplifying to say that could save the world, but you know, it's really about trying to have compassion for other people, even though they're different, even though they have different beliefs and different ways of living and different cultural ways. And it's a song about coming together. I do like to conjure up real sort of sensory imagery in my songs, I guess you could say. So they're like little... I want the listener to get lost in the song. I want them to kind of forget their surroundings and just feel, because to me that's what music should do. It should take you on a sensory kind of emotional journey and remind you of feelings that maybe you forgot you had. Singing You Through is a really simple song. It's the most acoustic song on the record, and it's just a song about being there for someone when they're in trouble, and maybe trying to convince them that it's okay to need somebody else. I kept it really stripped back and acoustic, so I think it suited the song. And before I made Storm, I decided to go my own way and not have a record label anymore, which was a big jump, but I'm so glad that I did it, because the freedom that it gives me creatively is unparalleled. I mean, before, when I was making records, I would always have the record label breathing down my back when I was in the creative part of the process, and that can be very limiting, because they have their own agenda. They want hit singles, they want commercial music, and when you're making a record, you don't want somebody telling you that, because obviously you're making a record that feels right to you, not that feels right to a record company executive. So even though it was, you know, there have been some tough things about doing this myself, it's the rewards are great, you know, and so I'm now in control of all creative aspects, and then I license out the albums to labels in each territory that want to work with me and my music. So I would definitely recommend this route to any artist who has the chance to do that. I don't do it on my own. I have a really great team of people who I'm in partnership with, and we do it together, and they do all the parts that I can't do, and it works really well. We have a really close kind of family thing on the bus, the band and the crew and me, and now with my little boy Sebastian. It's a really nice atmosphere we get on the bus, and it's so important to me to choose people to tour with who I really love. You know, it's not just about who's good on their instrument, it's about who you want to hang out with, and also, of course, who you can trust musically, who you know is going to have the right instinct on stage. So the people I'm touring with at the moment are, some of them I've been touring with for almost 10 years. B8 on guitar, Laurie on drums, and it's, you know, it's a pretty special dynamic that you have with the musicians. There was a lot of crazy energy in my life for a while. I felt like I was very frenetic. I was moving from place to place all the time. I was on tour all the time, and there was no kind of stability in my life. And I guess Done Drifting is a song about getting a glimpse of something which can make me feel a little bit more at peace inside. And you know, it's funny though, because I think people assume that when you write a song with a statement or with a feeling, that's a state of being that you're always in, and often it's just a little glimpse that you catch, and you're really just striving to get there more than actually being there most of the time. So I wouldn't say I've found permanent inner peace, but it's something that I'm working on, like all of us. And Done Drifting is really just about realizing that what you need to make you happy might actually be right there in front of you, and sometimes you just need to look a little closer and stop trying so much. And so that's Done Drifting, and I really wanted to get a kind of hypnotic feeling to this track, and the gospel singers on it, I think, added just such a beautiful texture and emotion to the arrangement. So I was really excited to work with gospel singers. That was the first time I'd done that. Every now and then I'll do a cover version of a song. I like to take a man's song especially, and so that it gives it a twist, singing it from a woman's point of view. Wicked Game is a song that always haunted me. It just has this kind of spooky, dark longing in it, and you know, I'm a sucker for songs like that. So I put that on the album. We tried a lot of different arrangements with this song, and in the end we came back to doing it really close to Chris Isaak's original arrangement, because it just was the best one, you know, and why mess with something great? But what was important for me with this record was to do it as much as possible in one time and place, because on previous albums like South, I probably recorded that in 8 different studios with 5 different producers, and God knows how many different musicians. And for me, getting a kind of cohesiveness to the feeling and the flow of the record was really important, and I think I got it with Storm, so hopefully I got it with this one too.